Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is part 5. What if Deku was a survivor? And I hope this video actually record. So, when we last left off, the sports festival just happened. All Might gave them one of their medals and, gave them the advice, telling them what they did wrong and what they did right. Now, Ida just received a phone call saying his brother's in the hospital and, he should come over fast. As Ida gets to the hospital, he sees Ingenium. The doctor explains, Ingenium's condition. You know, basically he got banged up by Stain, and basically he can't use his legs anymore. He can't, become a hero anymore. And as this pushes Ida down the route of revenge. He wants to, basically, kill Stain. So during class, choose a hero name. So everyone choose the same hero name was Ken, but they could choose the hero name Survivor. So as things go on, and Deku basically, feels Ida's rage, as you could say. He can feel his bloodlust. Ida wants to kill Stain, and Deku can feel that. He can, physically see that Ida is, angry. He, looks through Ida's glasses, reflection on him, and he sees what hero agency he's going to. He sees that Ida isn't going to anyone based with speed. He's going with someone that has no relation to his quirk, going to someone with a water quirk. And everyone else did hear the news that Ingenium got hurt in Hosu City. So Deku puts two and two together. He going to a hero named Manuel that's based in Hosu City. And he is also, and Stain is also posted in the city. So Deku knows what Ida's gonna try. So Deku chooses a hero, close and Hosu City. But it's not what's Gran Torino. It's not Gran Torino. Deku don't go to him. And who did I give one fall to? Can't remember. I believe I gave it to Momo or Bakugo. I don't know. Yeah, I believe I gave it to Momo. Yeah, Momo has one fall, so she goes to Gran Torino. I believe that I, made one. I don't know. Cannot remember. It's vague. But, whoever got one fall, they just do that thing. If Muriel got it, then Muriel has it. If Momo has it, she goes to Gran Torino. To learn movement. Alright, Deku goes with this random hero that's in Hosu, and they, survey the area. The hero, tells Deku what he does and what the routes he takes, and what the calls they have to put in when a situation arises. The basic commands. Tells them what to look out for and know what to expect. So this one, this one, the Nomu start attacking, and the heroes go out to help. And the hero tells Deku to help the civilians. As Deku, start helping civilians, he, gets them to safety. And, all civilians are off the street and, hiding in buildings and other things like that. Wait, this not night, right? I don't know. Can't remember. If it's on morning time, Deku helps civilians. If it's on night, he helps the civilians that are out during night. So this one, Ida encounters Stain, and him and Manuel, find Stain. Deku is only, not that far away, so he hears the battle going on. He hears, his senses are, hyper, his senses are better, so he hears, the sound of metal clashing together. This being Ida's, hero suit clashing with Stain's blade. So Deku goes over to see what's happening. He sees, Ida on the ground, Stain just stabbed his sword through his arm, and Manuel also on the ground. So what Deku does is he shoots, some energy at Stain, getting him off Ida. He then rushes in, gets Ida and Manuel, and gets out. He then brings them to the hero he was internshipping with and goes back. And then he fights Stain. Stain thinks he's a true hero because he saved, Ida and Manuel before he actually, fought him. As they fight for a while, and then Deku breaks Stain's sword. Stain brings out another one. He breaks that one too. Stain brings out a little blade. He cuts Deku, before he gets to, take some of Deku's blood and probably, lick it to paralyze him. Deku kicks him in the jaw, just locating it, and then he basically shocked him with electricity, knocking Stain out for a little while. Knocking him out. Deku then ties him up with some rope that he found that he dragged him out. That's when all the other heroes come, seeing Deku, Manuel, Ida, and random hero. This when the Nomu swoops down, tries to take Deku. Deku realizes it. He pulls out the little pistol he had and shoots it inside the Nomu's brain, killing it instantly. Yes, Deku has a little pistol, He will always have a little pistol on him. Not a little bit. He always has a pistol on him, And he also has an assault rifle, which no one can see because it's under his hero, suit. They can't, see it. It's basically in a box that he has. It's in his hero suit. Just a little assault rifle. I don't know what kind. Think of any kind you like. And that's your assault rifle. Any pistol you like, that's your pistol. But me personally, I love, pistols. I love the Desert Eagle. I like the Desert Eagle in a 1911. So, they take, Stain away. Stain gets captured. Deku's the hero Deku, internship with, he gets the credit instead of Endeavor, and Ida and Manuel still goes to the hospital. Deku, tells Ida off. Well, not curse him off, nothing like that. He just tells Ida that you're stupid. You went after revenge. Now, I'm not gonna fault you for going after revenge, but I am gonna say this: you went after someone that was trained to kill other people. Someone that has previous accounts of killing pro heroes. Someone that beat your brother. Isn't your brother faster than you, Ida? Is he more experienced than you, Ida? Instead, you beat him like that. Now, let that sink in, Ida. As Ida trying to figure out what Deku was trying to say, and Ida says, I don't know what you mean. As Deku then explains. Ida, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say there's a tiger. Now, this tiger lived for many years. He's very experienced. He knows the forest or the environment he lives in very well. Then let's say there's a little tiger cub just been born about 2 months ago. Actually, no, about half a year ago. Do you think it knows the forest as good as that tiger that's always been alive for like a couple of years? Of course it doesn't. It's more experience. That's what you are, Ida. You're a tiger cub. You're waiting to grow. Your brother was a grown tiger. And Stain, he was also a grown tiger. but he was more experienced. He encountered more situations than your brother did, and he had more training than your brother did. His training was harsher, and he also had more abilities than your brother. And his quirk was something deadly, Ida. I know you felt it too. His quirk could paralyze someone. It's when a dog comes in, you know, explains, what Ida and Deku did, saying that they can't get the credit because, they're not heroes, and also that they did use their quirks in public, and they will get in trouble for that. And Deku just tells them, if you don't get out the room, get out. Just get out. Dog said, excuse me. As Deku explains, if I didn't use my quirk, then these two would be dead. As Deku explains again, y'all really do have some stupid minds, right? A man went to jail. Yeah. He went to jail because he used his quirk. Why did he use his quirk? Oh, I don't know. To save someone's life. You don't remember that case? The dog thing about it. That he says, yeah, I remember that case. He used his quirk in public. That's still an offense. As Deku says, okay, let me give you a situation then. If you were in trouble and someone used their quirk to help you, would you arrest them? As the police officer starts thinking about that. The police chief, he starts thinking about that. He thinks, would he arrest him if he used his quirk to, basically help him? He doesn't know what to say. As Deku says, exactly. If I use my quirk for self-defense, that's for self-defense. It's not me just using my quirk just to use it. And I use my quirk to save these two. That's me using my quirk to save someone, not just to use it. The parents need to get their laws straight. As Deku walks out the room and teleports away, a little bit angry. Now, Ida gets out the hospital. This when the final exams happen. So it's still Deku and Bakugo versus All Might. Deku and Bakugo fights All Might. Deku was plotting to basically escape, but Bakugo wants to fight All Might to show how strong he actually is. Bakugo ain't that strong. If All Might didn't pull his punches, he could have killed Bakugo. I don't see how he didn't with that knee to the head. That should have killed him. Alright, they start fighting All Might. All Might, since they giant shockwaves like he did in Canon. But, Deku stands strong through it. And Bakugo gets, blasted back a little bit. Then, they start fighting. Bakugo released the explosions. Deku just punching All Might. And, they going back and forth with their punches. And, Deku was thinking, I could defeat All Might, but I don't want to show people that I have that much power. Oops. He don't want to show anyone that he has that much power. So he basically just, grabs Bakugo and teleports him in. So Bakugo is angry because Deku didn't let him fight. What's this? They didn't let him fight, so he's a little bit angry from that. A little bit salty, but that's it. So everyone else, fights the heroes that they do their canon, and they go, they win, they lose. But Momo's fight goes better. I forgot who she fought. Wasn't it what's his name? Aizawa? Wasn't Aizawa? Yeah. Whoever her partner was, I think it was Todoroki. Am I wrong or am I right? I don't know. I really don't know. I need to watch one. No. I need to watch MHA again. So, they fight, Mr. Aizawa, and they basically, Momo knowing how to make transformium, takes down Miss Aizawa from her whoever Momo fought. They take down Miss Aizawa faster and more, better. More better. That does not make sense. Well, they take them down better than what they did to Ken. Momo's transformium can turn into anything she wants, so that's happening. So after everyone's done with that, they get on the bus. They go down to the forest where they're supposed to take the exam. Not exam, training. As they get off the bus and they go down. No, they don't go down. They get off. They stretch their legs and Deku and Momo start talking to each other. After a while, Pussycats roll up and basically explain what they're gonna do. They gotta get to the end of the mountain by sunset, I think. And basically they got to get there, and they basically cause some landslide. Deku catches Momo and basically start floating. He then descends into the forest. As while they basically talking right there at the bottom of the thing, Mr. Aizawa explains to the Pussycats that Deku, or the boy that you just saw float down, is gonna be at the end in possibly an instant. As they ask what he means, Mr. Aizawa explains that he has teleportation, quirk, along with some other quirks. So he can possibly just get to the end instantly. As they saying that that's when Deku grabs Momo and teleports again. Everyone from class 1A is a little bit ticked off that Deku didn't even try to help them. He just left them. So, as this is going on, Deku and Momo basically show up in front of the camp. They see, Wawa Pussycat show up after a while, and Deku sees Koda. As he goes to talk to Koda, Koda does try to punch him like he did in Canyon. Deku just grabs his hand and says, "Good throw, kid, but not you shouldn't really do that." As that Koda says, "Shut up, I don't like heroes. No, want to be heroes." This one, Koda walks off. This one, Deku asks, Koda's auntie, what's wrong with him? Why he's so salty. This one, she explains his past. Deku says, yikes. So, because his parents got killed by a villain in front of him, his parents got killed by a villain, he hates heroes. That doesn't make no sense at all. I would at least hate villains, but no. But he needs to come to reality. I had to do way worse than what he did back when I was a kid. As man of age says, what? What do you mean? As Deku just walks off. As I was just explains, if you want to know what happened to him, just search up rules of survival, and you'll figure out all about him. As they do that. While the Pussycats search it up, they find out that the rules of survival was an underground, facility. A group that forced, children to basically, participate in eradicating each other. And that the only survivor, one of the only survivors out of the millions of children, kidnapped over the years was, Izuku Midoriya. And they have the files of how many people he's offed and how many times he's been been offed, which is 0. And he has a very unique basically background. His people that he's killed in the underground is high. I want to say, like I said, one of the events had 1,000 kids. Another one had over 30,000, and the last one had 1 million. So Deku's kill count is very high. It's past thousands. Deku has a kill count of over 70,000. Killed most of them kids by himself. Because, they tried to band together to take down Deku because they knew that he was the biggest threat. Seeing that he passed two of them, two exams, by himself every time. The second one, he had a partner, but the partner didn't listen and he got himself, off. So they, read all these files and they know what happened to Deku. They feel a little bad, but, don't bring it up. This one, Deku finds Koda and, explains to Koda. I found out your name. Your name's Koda, right? And I also found out some other information that your parents died. As Koda says, shut up, you don't know nothing. As Deku explains, I know something about pain, but I don't know the pain of losing your family. I know some different pain, as Deku explains. That he had to go through something different from what Koda had to. I was taken away from my family instead, from losing them. I was taken away for a couple of years. And I was forced into doing things that I didn't want to. I'm not going to explain to you because you're too young. I was in this situation for a couple of years till I got rescued by heroes. There were other people that were there with me, other children, but most didn't make it. I was all alone there, forced to do these things every day. If I didn't, bad things would happen. Sometimes I didn't eat. Sometimes I didn't sleep. Sometimes I didn't drink. Sometimes it was cold. Sometimes it was hot. Sometimes I get injured and not get medical attention. I get sick. I literally died one time. Well, a few times. He just, put his hand on Koda's head, his things. Overall, I, kept hope. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Don't, basically stay in the past. Don't keep your mind in the past. Keep moving forward. Keep the memories you had with your families, in your brain. But keep their love, their passion in your heart and move forward. And don't hate heroes for, basically the death of your parents. And don't hate villains. Don't hold it against them. Some villains don't choose to be villains just of being evil. Some choose it because it's just how things had to come to. There could be a villain that's being a villain to get money. For basically a family. A purpose. Not every villain is considered evil unless he does something evil. Now, your parents did die by a villain. Yes, that is true. But, the villain that killed your parents, from what I heard, was a villain. An evil one. Now, don't hold it against all villains. Don't go up to all villains and just try to off them or hurt them severely. Be a hero and try to just capture them. Bring them in. Put them in jail. You don't gotta do everything else. You don't gotta be the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Now it's called to listen to what Deku explains. Deku then says, why don't you become a hero? You have what it takes. I believe you can. As Deku rubs Koda's head and they walk back to camp. Now a couple more, hours pass by. This when Class 1A gets there. They just see Deku sitting down with Kota talking to him, having a good time. They see Momo basically with, just messing with her quirk. And, they basically rush over to Deku and, yell at him, saying why did he help them. As, most of the class when they're bruised, dirty. Deku says, you all had it. You could have did it. They did get there a little bit earlier because, they were a little bit more stronger, striving to get stronger from seeing Deku's power. As, UA's training starts. Everyone trains, harder than what they did in canon, trying to, catch up with Deku. Class 1B comes to see, all of Class 1A, intense training. Then there's Deku, who just meditating. And sometimes occasionally playing with Kota. Kota, start opening up more. He start using his quirk, which Deku teaches him a little bit, things how to control it. Since it is water, Deku teaches him if he moves his arm, his hands in a specific pattern, he can, basically, do certain things with it. Like, he teaches him how to make his water stronger by basically spinning his hands in like a vortex. He teaches him how to, condense his water to a certain point to basically use it like that. He teaches Kota all these things, these ways to use his quirk. Like putting water all over his body and basically using it to divert heat, basically divert fire to basically not get burnt. And, he teaches him, that if he condenses water over like something like a wound, he can, basically stop the bleeding from it, and he can not heal it up, but he can put a water patch over it so it doesn't, start bleeding again. Deku teaches Kota all these various things with his water. He also teaches him how to, basically freeze his water, which is, kind of hard for Kota, but he, finds it out after a long time. Now, this is when, the villain attack happens. The villains are here, for Deku and Bakugo and Todoroki. Well, they don't really want Todoroki, they just want Deku and Bakugo. All for one still wants Deku quirk, even though he's a little bit afraid of him, he wants his quirk. This one, Muscular comes out and he rushes into the camp. Kota wasn't away, and everyone was just doing basically the thing to see who has courage, because I hate it. I absolutely hate that. What time is it? It's 11. No. So after this, I'm going to basically take a break, and then I might record soon. So, as Muscular rushes in, Deku sees him, and he electrocutes him, and Muscular passes out. That fast, yes. Deku wasn't playing. This when the other villains come in. This when Magna comes in. Deku just teleports over there, kicks him in the neck, knocking him out. This when Spinner, he comes. Deku just kicks him back into the forest. Dobby, his fire. Deku basically just shoots energy at him, blowing him back to the forest. Toga comes in, doing her visible trick, trying to stab Deku. Deku dodges. Toga's wondering how he found out, and Deku just kicks her, back to the forest. She disappears. He felt, her energy. This when a chief dude comes out, Deku basically kicks him up into the air, punch him in the stomach, keep on punching him, and then he, punch him again, right in the mouth, down to the ground, breaking all his teeth. This when Mustard comes out, Deku, shooting a gun. Deku basically pulls out his gun and shoots at, Mustard. He hits his... Deku's aim is perfect. Remember that. He hits him right into the barrel of his gun, making it explode. Explode in, Mustard's hand. Bullets also explode, This messes up, Mustard's hand and causes him a lot of pain. Mr. Compress comes in and tries to swoop down and take Bakugo. Deku basically shoots his leg. He feeling a lot of pain, so he just goes back to the forest. You know, all the villains single-handedly got taken down by Deku. The Nomus come out. Deku basically, Momo, she uses her Transformium to make a tracker, puts it on one of the Nomus, and then, basically stands back. And Deku basically, basically what he does is sweep the legs of the Nomu, knees it in his stomach, and kicks it far into the air somewhere. He don't know. He just went in there. This one Muscular start to get up. This one Deku sees. He rushes over, kicks his jaw, dislocating it. Muscular gets mad and stands right back up and uses his quirk. Then Deku start fighting him. He takes him down easily. And Muscular uses his full extent of his quirk. This when Deku keep on punching him, and Muscular sees that his quirk is not helping him against this brat. And Deku takes Muscular down again. This time, when he kicks his arm, he then uses his energy to blast Muscular's arm off. And Muscular is screaming in pain from this. Deku kicks him right where his eyes are. Dead to the ground, real hard, knocking Muscular out, rattling his brain, and messing him up. The villains see that they are winning, so they retreat. They couldn't retrieve anyone, and most of the people got taken down real quickly. Mr. Compress got shot, and other things like that. So they go back. They bring Nomus back to the factory, and everything like that happens. Shigaraki is wondering why they're back so early, and they explain. It was a massacre. We didn't even get to touch a single person. Mr. Compress over there, limping, holding, Dobby's shoulder, saying that he got shot. Toga says she got kicked. Dobby says he got hit with energy. And, Magna says he got his brain rattled, because they did pick up Magna. And, Spinner says, I'm never going to fight that kid again. And, everyone else that, basically escaped. Except for, Mustard, the teeth guy, Muscular. They don't escape, and I forgot the other people that was there. The Nomus get back, like I said, and UA is basically sending more heroes out to the forest. They go back to the city, and they go back to UA. And All Might is basically explaining what they're going to do, how they're going to attack, because Momo gave All Might the tracker. But this one, Deku comes in. Deku comes in gear, not his hero outfit, but his special ops outfit. This one, All Might saying Midoriya. As Deku don't have his mask on yet, or his helmet, Deku basically comes in. He says, All Might, I am going to. All Might says, wait, what do you mean? This one, Deku snaps his fingers. This one, the other, 7, Black Ops members, like I said, come out of nowhere, basically. They were hiding inside the room already. Come out of nowhere and get by Deku. Deku says, we're going. As they have their guns already, they just by their sides. And, on their backs, they said, we're going to take down this, villain. As, they says, fine. As, they explain the plan. And Deku sees where the hideout is, the location. So he explains that we're going to take on the factory, like you said, and you guys can take on the bar. Since no villain, no heroes, no hostages is in there, so they take All Might goes to the bar. And Deku and his team go to the hideout. So they all put on their masks and their helmets. and they get ready. And they all touch Deku's back, shoulders. I mean, they touch Deku's shoulders. The one that can't touch his shoulder touches someone else's shoulder, and they teleport in. They see all these no moves, and what they do is first, Deku tells them to gather as much evidence, and files as they can. They should do that. One of them was a hacker, so they hacked the mainframe as they got as much information as they could. They got all the information on there. On this little drive, they put it back in his pocket. And they terminate off the no moves. They basically kill them all by pressing, some buttons, and they figure out what they did, and they kill the no moves. And they use having pistols to make sure the job is done by shooting the no moves to the head. All for One still doesn't know they're there, so he doesn't, come there. They do some more things. This one, Endeavor them pop in, and All for One's alerted of Endeavor's them presence, but he still doesn't know that Deku them there. Because they just going through killing all the no moves and taking some more files and more information. They learn of the quirk doctor, as they're gonna take him down next. And they learn more people related to All for One. And they learn the No Move Project. They learn of other things. They learn of this dude named Sasaki with these quirk erasing bullets. They learn of that he is a Yakuza, and he is a little girl with a quirk that can basically rewind time, which All for One was seeking to find her so he can take her quirk and rewind his body back to his prime. They learn a lot of more things. Yeah. Sorry that I do clear my throat a lot. It's a little bit, I don't know why, but every time I talk for a little too long, my throat gets a little bit more dry. So, they come out after, the fighting going on for a little while. This when All Might gets there, and, he sees All for One. All Might just, went to, the bar, and he sees that everyone, had black sludge come out their mouth, and they disappeared. All Might fights with All for One. Fight go like a cannon, but a little bit more better to All Might's favor. And, he takes down All for One. This when Deku, comes up. Silence pistol, double taps All for One. All Might says, "What are you doing, young Midoriya?" And, All Might doesn't know what Deku did that for. Deku says, "All Might, you have to make sure that, the villain is down. Someone as dangerous as him cannot, continue to live." As Deku pulls out his hand again and, basically uses energy to erase All for One's body. All for One is dead. And so is the quirk. So, Shigaraki isn't getting All for One. I really need something to drink. When I record, I should probably get something to drink before I do that. Because I just found out that my throat gets dry every time. So, this all happens, and this is when I'm going to actually leave it off. Alright, see you guys, and peace out. Goodbye.